This is so annoying, bro. I'm about to have to part this too. This freaking phone turned off now. It's gotta be two parts. And like I said, I'm not finna edit and junk. I'm not doing all that. But let's see. Okay, I'll just do a recent one because the older ones, I'm gonna have to actually like take time to remember what I was gonna talk about with those. This is just where I like put my video ideas, and I just like think about what I wanna. I don't even think about it actually. It just comes to mind. Like these videos are just everyday things that happen, and then I talk about it. And certain things, it's not even just everyday things. Like it's not like something happens and then okay, I'm gonna talk about that today. What happened today? It's not like that. It's just something happens, and I think about it. Like I think about what I could have learned from it. I mean, and or why. Well, just like what can I learn from it? Like, or how can I get better at something so that something doesn't happen again or something. And the majority of them is just me learning from something, I feel like, and trying to spread a word about it or something. Because like I said, I want these videos to be like relatable, but I also want them to be something for someone who's like younger than me, who doesn't really know much. I feel like, especially with a porn thing, because I feel like I know that I know a bit about it because I've dealt with it, and I don't know. I just know what it feels like when you don't know anything. Like you watch these videos and stuff, and it makes you feel like you know stuff, but you really don't. Like it's not. I mean, it's good to watch those videos that try and help you and stuff, but just don't get lost in it, because that's something I did. I was watching videos about quitting porn 24/7, and it just never works. Like it's not gonna do anything unless you do something. So it's just this is all about taking action for real instead of like watching these videos, because when you watch these videos they make you feel like you're taking action, but you're actually not. That's something I learned. Even when I was watching the videos, I was working out and stuff, but I would literally watch a video. I think I said this before. I was watching a video. I watch a video sometimes, and then I'll go on a run. I watch the video, and then I do my workout or whatever. And it's like, it's just motivation. And you definitely heard this plenty of times. And when you hear stuff a lot, um, it makes it seem like annoying, and then it makes it seem like everybody's copying each other. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying like motivation is temporary and discipline is permanent. And discipline, I'm not even going to try and get deep into discipline because I don't feel like I'm fully disciplined. I'm going to be honest about that, but I've definitely been working at it. Like a lot of discipline comes into a lot of things, like um your diet. Definitely not too good with that. But one thing I can say, at least I keep myself in shape, and it balances it out, but it doesn't make it okay. So I definitely need to get on track with that. And then with going to sleep on time, I don't be taking that serious enough. I watch my favorite channel, and I just get lost in it, and I end up staying up all night, literally. Even on school nights, that's how much I be liking when I'm watching and But um, yeah, it's just a lot of different things. Like, and then this is all the stuff I be doing with. Like, that's two things, and then the third thing is working out. I'm not struggling with running. Like, I literally run almost every day, like I said. But when it comes to working out at home, I literally shrug that off completely now, and I need to get back into it really. I'm just trying to delete some of these old notes. But this is when I got back from Arise. Vulnerable and stuff like that, when I was talking about how vulnerable Arise made me feel. Like, that was crazy. It's just Arise is a confusing thing because I I really want to talk about it, but like I mean to other people, but it's like I don't think anybody understands until they get into it and see what it feels like for themselves. And I feel like it's probably like that with everything. You can't just say that something is this and that, this and that. Somebody has to actually go and experience it and see for themselves and make themselves feel vulnerable instead of trying to always look at themselves as a I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Looking at themselves as as this unstoppable person or something. Like, I mean, like, we're not the strongest people ever and we act like it, but truth is like certain times you do need help and you just don't want to admit it. Like, I don't mind admitting that I need help when I do, and that comes to everything. When I need help with anything, I don't mind admitting that anymore. And that's what's getting into Christianity is literally done that for me. Like, when I jumped into it, when I first jumped into it, I was scared to do anything with it and like talk to people, tell people anything. It was scary, but when I did, it's like it just helped me grow as a person instead of being so stuck up about like just acting like this tough person or something. Like, I was trying to act so tough and trying to act like I was um like not scared or anything, but I was just trying to not give in to the truth, basically. But what I want to talk about today, this is obviously backwards. You can't see this. I wish I could flip the camera, but I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute now. I think I definitely don't even have to put this as a note. Honestly, I didn't have to because I'm never gonna forget it. I want to talk about the missionaries. They I'm pretty sure you know what missionaries are. A lot of people call them Jehovah's Witness also, but I just call them missionaries, and I think that's what they call themselves. So I wanted to be respectful of it. But they I first spoke to them. I'm not even sure if I spoke on this actually, because when it first happened, I was like happy to speak to them. So I think I spoke on it. I'm not even sure though. But anyways, I first met these two guys. Because they were in my neighborhood. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm getting at with this. If you don't yet, I'm pretty sure you will. But they were in my neighborhood going door to door and stuff like that. And they didn't even come to my door. I just walked past their car. And like they were sitting in a car and no, actually, yeah, they were sitting in the car. They were sitting in the car, and I was on the way to walk down to the store. It's basically my job. That's how close my job is. And they just yelled out the window, like, hey, you want to hear the word of God? I don't even remember exactly what he said. I'm not even going to say it because I don't know. But, yeah, and they were just, like, trying to get me into the word of God or whatever and all this other stuff. And showing me the Book of Mormon. That book is actually right over there. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, but the Book of Mormon, this is it. They gave me this. Honestly, don't know I still have it because I do. Honestly, I just was thinking about getting into it at first, but when I talked to my youth leader, he was telling me like that church is way different. And this is way after I talked to them. I spoke to them like an hour and 30 minutes. So I really was talking to them for a minute. And at the moment they seemed like alright people that went to church and whatever. And I don't think I've ever really spoke to people who go door to door like that. So I don't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. But so of course I thought they were just people that just were basically I just assumed that they were Christianity they were Christian right off the rip. That's what I assumed. And everybody I went to after I spoke to them were telling me that their religion is different, and they were telling me the opposite. But I just wanted nothing to do with it anymore because too many people were saying it was a different one, and I didn't want to get wrapped up in it and get confused and stuff. But yeah, so they I forgot what I was gonna say at first. I was gonna say something else. Um, yeah, and their church is the Church of Jesus Christ, the Latter Day Saints. I think that's the Church of the Latter Day Saints. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't remember everything, but yeah, and that's a pretty known church too. I think because when you look it up on Google, it shows the preacher and everything. I think it's a pretty known church, but everybody I spoke to was saying negative stuff about it, so I just stepped back from it. But part that makes it weird and where it got a little weird at is when they started to just come 24/7 over and over. And I can't say it's too weird because I didn't give them a straight up no, so they thought I still wanted to be involved. Because when I first spoke to them, I said I did want to be involved. I actually told them I wouldn't mind going to their church or whatever, and that gave away that I wanted to go a little bit at first. I did want to at first, but after a while, I didn't anymore. They didn't know that, and yesterday was the last day I spoke to them. And yeah, it's just been a lot of times. Like they came to my house a second time, spoke to me again one day. Then they came again, I think, another time, and then another time they came again. Yeah, and it's just that time I didn't open the door. I just started to keeping them at the door so they would get the hint that I didn't want to go anymore and want anything to do with it anymore. But they ride around my area, so it was the one day I was going running, and they saw me. They literally were driving past and they stopped and spoke to me, and it was so awkward. Like, it was actually a morning I was supposed to go to their church. I was planning on going to their church that day, and it just made it so awkward. But because they were planning on picking me up, and I was dumb enough to accept this for some reason. I think sometimes I'm just a little too nice to people, and of course my mom told me no, and I don't blame her, to be honest. It's a pretty bad decision because I don't know them at all. But also after that, I'm just skip all the way ahead. I know I'm all over the place, but like um, just recently, I was on a run again. I was literally in the middle of running, and they were driving past, and they noticed it was me, and they turned all the way back around, and they followed me up to his, about near his neighborhood or something. And they just followed me up there, and then they parked, and then they ran across the street to me. And it is so weird, bro. Like, it's so weird. I swear, like, it was actually so weird. Like, because it was dark. So, I was just like, bro, I know they not gonna come over here to me. And they really did, too. And I'm like, bro, these dudes need to just, like, watch out, bro. Like, and they also, called my mom before this. That was the same day, which was yesterday. I think it was yesterday all this happened. Before they saw me when I was running, they called my mom and they spoke to her on the phone. Were like, "Would you like to come to the church or whatever?" And this and that, this and that. And she was thinking it was my church that was calling, and I was telling her I'm telling you that's them, the two dudes. And she was like, "Nah, I think it's your church." And when he was speaking to her, eventually she caught on that was them, and she started lying. My mom is not a good liar, bro. So the dude started getting smart with her or whatever and something like that. And she's like just declining their invitation to the church, to their church, and they were she was just they were basically trying to like plan on how they could work something out with her, like on her coming or just interacting with her in any type of way. So they were like, well, if you can't come to, because they were like, can you come to the church in the morning? And she's like, no, I got a braid appointment. And they, and it's funny because I know their voices, so I know which one she was talking to. And he was like, Well, you could just, well, how long is your braid appointment gonna take? And she's like, 4 hours, and he's like, okay, well, what about in the afternoon? Like, can we just drop by in the afternoon? And she's like, nah, I think I'm gonna be able to do that either. And then he's just like, got smart talking about some, oh, it takes 6 hours to do braids. You know, like, all right, like I almost snatched the phone and just said something, but I don't know. Just skip ahead to when they caught me. When they saw me running and they came across the street and spoke to me. Uh, I used this opportunity to just tell them off the rip, like, I don't want to go to that church. Like, I literally don't. So, I just told them I wasn't interested. And when they first came up, I did confront them, though, about calling my mom because they only had my number. And I was so confused how they got her number. And I was like, let's not pretend like you weren't on the phone with my mom earlier. And he's like, whoa, dude, I didn't, whoa, what, wait, what? And I was just like, bro, like, the braid appointment, I know my mom a bad liar. That's exactly what I said, too. I know my mom a bad liar, but that don't excuse the fact that y'all call my mom, like, y'all get her number, and they were just, like, saying she sent an application to them, and that just made it look so bad, bro, because they actually showed me the application, and I'm, like, saying to myself, how is my mom not know she applied for this? Like, that's just crazy. But she was telling me she didn't remember applying for it, and it was such an awkward moment because I basically accused them of being weirdos of basically just like getting my mom's number, which I don't know how somebody would do that, but nowadays you never know what somebody can do. But yeah, it is weird. So it still was weird in general though, like because it's still weird to approach me at night though. Like bro, like I mean I was gonna say it'd be different if they were the same age as me, but it's still weird. Like you can wait another day or something. Like I don't know, maybe I don't know. Just everybody has a different opinion. So some people could probably think it's not weird and say I'm overthinking or something, but I personally think that that's weird. Like one of them is like 19, the other one is like 24, and I don't know. It's just like when I go on runs now, like almost every time I go on a run now, I see their car. Like I literally see them almost every time, and just yesterday I think, um, dang, that was in the same day. I don't think. Yes, it was yesterday. It was just so all the stuff I was just saying. I think it was Saturday actually, and I don't remember actually. I'm not even gonna lie, but I think it was yesterday that I was running, and I was like, "Wait, I can't even explain it because, of course, you don't know my area." But I was coming up this long street, and I started like I was just standing there because I was waiting to cross the street, and they just rolled past and just threw a hand up, and I'm like, "Bro, like this, all these coincidences that they just happen to be." Near the same area like almost every time, but they did say that they drive around from like from 9 to 9, so that's a pretty long time, and I don't know, there's just no telling, but it ain't like they causing any harm. I feel like all they doing is driving around. I mean, it is what it is. So, but yeah, it's just that's where it ended at, or at least that's where it has ended at. It looks like at least. But my whole point is that I will not be like in any way be making it look like I'm interested because I've seen what it is like with those type of people, and I don't mean to say that in a disrespectful way. I just mean with missionaries and stuff like that in general, they will not understand unless you say no. Maybe that's obvious for some of you, but when you're a nice person, bro, you just don't want to like I told him I don't want to come off as rude, but just saying no really isn't rude unless you're overthinking it. So, yeah, I definitely will. It's a good everything you go through though for real is like just a good thing low key because you just learn to not do it again. Like you literally just learn to do things differently next time, and Um, basically just to avoid the same situation. So this is a pretty, I don't know. I really wanted to talk about something else, but I couldn't think of anything else. Maybe it's just good that I can scratch that off the note stuff and just talk about something else when I figure out what these other notes are exactly. Because every time a thought pops up into my head, I put it in the notes, and when I know in that moment, it stays in my head for like 2 days. And I'm actually surprised that it stays there for that long, because usually I forget fast. But when it's been sitting there for like 2 or 3 weeks, I'm definitely gonna forget. So it's definitely gonna take time for me to remember exactly what those videos are gonna be. So, but I'm definitely gonna start using the notes more, especially with days like this. I don't have any idea what to talk about. It makes it more difficult when I do have something else to talk about. I want to talk about, like um yesterday's video, like that one. That was something I definitely wanted to just say right away, and I just feel like I don't want to wait for it, and then I let that take the place of the notes. So yeah, but today's day 56. No, I mean, oh my god, today is day 86. Actually, that's crazy. I think it just feels so weird because the numbers are so high, but if I was very, very consistent with this, like I was thinking I was gonna be, that don't mean I still can't, of course, but it would have been like 100 or something by now, I think. But it still don't change the fact that I can still post more now. So, but thank you for watching, and just because this video isn't about it, doesn't mean it can't be said. Just do your best to not give in to your urges and stuff like that. And all I say is don't overthink it, because when you do, and it just makes it so much worse, bro. I know it's a big switch up, but it's something that pisses me off the most. Like when I overthink about it and I can't get a thought out of my head, it's like it just stays there, and then eventually it turns to something else. But I don't know, just find any way. I feel like just try to find any way. But thank you for watching. Today is day 86, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 87. Thank you for watching. And like I said in the last video, you don't have to like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. But just thank you for viewing. And as I wish you to do is just to watch these in order. That's what I want it to be. But if nobody does that, it's also fine. I mean, maybe it'd be okay to have them jumbled up and then just come across different types of videos every day. Because just imagine, for example, watching from day 1 to day, I'd say like 20, maybe even like 30 actually, that I was still, no, I wouldn't say 30, but I was in like 25, something like that. I was still talking about like one thing. I don't even remember when I switched it up and started talking about like daily things. So I feel like it definitely can get boring after a while of watching it day by day. But me personally, I just like watching stuff like that, for real, to be honest. Like when like I said, one of my very first ones, like I watch other YouTubers who do videos like this, like, and sometimes they have a playlist made, and they'll have from day 1 to, like, it's this guy who did 365 videos. He actually is one of the reasons why, like, one of the main reasons I did this, and I just put a higher, very, very much higher number, because I've just felt like it would be cool to see myself grow in that way. But I'm pretty sure you've seen him before. His name was Zach with a K at first, and then it was like his name's literally Zach with a K, not, I don't know. But and then it switched to the Viking Christian. I don't know if you've seen him. He's not too popular, but he's definitely a little known. But yeah, he encouraged me to make the videos with a playlist and stuff, and like I said, I feel like it'd just be cool to see yourself grow in that way, like, and you can go back to see those videos. So while you're like 17 and even like 18, I guess, and especially below that, I feel like it'd be good to make these type of things, and it don't have to be like forever or something, but like just for a long time, and see how you grow as a person, and just be able to go back and look at yourself. Because I actually like watching my old videos for some reason. uh I do feel a little weird watching the ones where I'm like very, very nervous, but it's definitely normal, especially with what I was coming in talking about, because it was something I never told anybody really, except for like a personal therapist or my mom, and that's literally only two people. So but yeah, anybody can come across the videos, so it feels weird at first, but eventually you just don't care, because eventually you realize that it's for you and not for anybody else. So but thanks for watching. I'll see you on day 86. And thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you tune in for the next ones. Bye.